Okay, so my story begins in 2009 when I was first diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And when I was first diagnosed, of course, I was scared. I was confused. I was startled. I was trying to figure out how did this happen? Why did this happen? What did I do in my life to have this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? How could this happen to me? I mean, here I am in my 30s, thinking I'm living my best life. And all of a sudden, here I am diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And my doctor told me that even though it's rare in African Americans, it can still happen. And my first thought was, how am I going to get through this? Who's going to take care of me? How am I going to survive this? How am I going to get through this? But then I thought about the greatest thing in life, and I thought about the greatest thing I have, and that was the grace of God. And I knew that nothing but God would get me through this. And that's been my greatest journey so far, living with this disease. Even through all the pain, even through all the ups and downs, God has gotten me through this. I've been going through so much in my life, not just with the MS, but with so many other illnesses. I mean, I have asthma, I have COPD, I have mental illnesses, but the multiple sclerosis was my strongest defeat because I know that it was a debilitating disease. There was no cure for it. So how was I going to deal with that? But I knew that God would get me through it. So being diagnosed was, of course, something that I didn't really want to think about. When I first got diagnosed, I went home and cried. At the time I was married, and I told my husband, and he was just like, you know, we'll get through this together. But of course we didn't, because we broke up, got divorced. And then I started thinking, okay, now I'm single again. How am I going to take care of myself by myself? But then again, God blessed me because He reminded me that I had something bigger and better, and that was my family, my parents, my mom, my dad, my sister, my best friend in the whole wide world, Tiffany, who's the person who was going to get me through this, was going to be the person that was going to make me laugh every day, that was going to make me smile every day, it was going to make me cry every day, that was going to make me think every day, it was going to make me think about things that I never thought about before. Even if it wasn't for my best friend or my family, I don't think I ever would have gotten through it. Living with them is it's a rough ride. I mean, you get tired, you get exhausted. Sometimes you don't even want to get out of bed. Sometimes the pain gets so unbearable, you don't even want to move. I start my day off in the morning. I take my medicine first thing before I even get out of bed. I wake up in the morning and I thank the Father in the name of Jesus for waking me up in the morning. And then I pop 7 pills just to get me through getting up to go to the restroom, to use the restroom. And then I have to lay there for like 10, 15 minutes before I can even go to the restroom. Once I do that, walking to the restroom is just a battle. Once I get past that, getting started in my day. And back in 2009, I was working at a law firm and I was driving all the way downtown from Oak Cliff. And driving with MS was a challenge. I had just gotten my vision back in my left eye. Because that's how I knew I had MS. Because I lost my vision in my left eye. And my doctor ordered me a spinal tap. And I went to see an ophthalmologist. I'm sorry, not ophthalmologist. An eye doctor. And a special eye doctor. It was an MD eye doctor. Optometrist. I'm sorry. Optometrist. And he told me I had this tumor behind my eye. And that once the tumor went away, then my eyesight would come back. And it did. But every now and then my vision gets blurry. And I have to go to the hospital to get pumped full of steroids, intravenous steroids through an IV. And then sometimes I just sit back and think that maybe if I just die, I wouldn't have to put my family through all this. But then I don't think about dying all the time. Because I have to live. I have to live to tell my story. Because there's so many people out there that's living with this disease that needs to know about this. That needs to know that there's a survivor out there. That there's a warrior. That there's somebody out there who can tell them that no matter what you go through, God got you. I got you. Leave me a message. Leave me a message. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. And I'll reply back to you. Open up the conversation. I'll open up the conversation. As a matter of fact, I got a challenge for each and every one of you that looks at this video. Name one person you know who has MS. And tell me, how do you help them? Let's start a conversation. Let's get something started here for the African American community. Let's let people know that this is real. It's about us. It's about us knowing that we know we need to get out there and learn something more about this disease. I have some more videos for y'all later. One love, baby. Love y'all.